Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the Wind Raider Assault Lander from the Masters of the Universe Origins line from Mattel. Very excited to pick this one up. It's brand new. I got this over on Walmart.com. They have been showing up for pre-order. Other certain online retailers, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, things like that. Haven't seen any in stores yet, and I'm not sure if it's still available on Walmart. You could certainly check, but I think it may have sold out, but probably pop in and out of stock over time. So definitely excited for this one. And the first thing I want to talk about, this artwork is just absolutely fantastic. I'm loving the artwork for this line on all these packages. First of all, on the top, you can see He-Man piloting the Wind Raider. But then over here in the corner, there's kind of like an evil version of the Wind Raider being piloted by Skeletor and some of his crew. I think that's Faker. It's very tiny and hard to tell. But it's kind of neat. It's like a purple Wind Raider with bat wings, and it's got a ram head like the Havoc staff firing lasers. So I don't know if this is just something, you know, the artist just dreamed up and just had a really fun time designing, or if this is a little bit of foreshadowing and it's something we might actually see in the line. Only time will tell, but I certainly wouldn't mind. That's actually a really cool design. Also, the artwork continues on down here. You can see Castle Grayskull. We have Stratos flying. Have the moon over here with the clouds, very dark and ominous. Very, very cool. Over here on this side, we have Man-at-Arms battling Beastman and Merman with some vehicle I'm not really familiar with. Again, I don't know if this is something new. It looks kind of like the Battle Ram, but not. It's got kind of a catapult on the back there, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. Over here on this side, you can see the Green Goddess fighting, or I should say observing a fight between Zodak and another character I'm not familiar with. Oh, and who's this guy? He looks almost kind of like a green version of Leech. I don't know. I love this artwork. I really, really do. And again, I don't know if this is foreshadowing, if they'll eventually get to these new characters, or if it's just, you know, the artist having fun. But very, very cool. Not too much going on the bottom here. If we spin around to the back, you have a pretty cool bit of artwork here on the top as well. The heroic warriors pilot the Wind Raider into battle with incredible death-defying maneuvers. And then you can kind of see another little bit better picture of that evil Wind Raider up here. Really, really cool. I like that a lot. I kind of hope that eventually happens. Down here on the bottom just kind of shows off some of the features. You can use the flight stand to peg it into Castle Grayskull. It has rolling wheels. You can use the winch to spin around and retrieve the anchor after it fires out, which is really cool. And then down here we just see some of the other things available. Of course, Castle Grayskull, the Wind Raider itself, Battle Armored He-Man and Skeletor, and then Buzzsaw Hordak. I do have reviews for these three on the channel already, so if you want to check those out, they are available. I will link to some of them at the end. Haven't gotten to Castle Grayskull yet. I do have the castle. I just have not had time to review it. I know it's going to kind of be a bit of an endeavor, so I just need to find the time to get to it. I'm very excited for it. Just haven't gotten to it quite yet. But I'm going to go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging, and we're going to take a closer look. So here it is, fully assembled on the display stand. The assembly is very easy, just a couple of pieces to snap in. All of the stickers come pre-applied, so you don't have to do any of that. Really, really very cool. All you have to do is pop the fin on, pop the two wings. This little computer piece pops into the base, and then the stand here pops into this piece. And I'm just going to show off the stand. I'll take this off real quick so we can just take a look at the stand, and then we can get into the Wind Raider itself. But you can see it's pretty basic, nicely painted. You have a little bit of silver here. You have this kind of Grayskull crest here on the front. You have this cool little computer screen. The stand doesn't have the hugest range of motion. You can see it has these little tabs so that it'll stop at certain places. It can only bend so far, but it works. And then you can actually come under here, and if you kind of just push these pieces in to release it, you can actually pop this section out. There we go. And then you can see that there's a peg right here, and that's where it pegs into Castle Grayskull. So if you want to peg this into the turret where the gun usually goes, you would just remove the gun, and then there's a peg that you peg that onto, and then you can go ahead and attach the Wind Raider back onto this. So that's pretty cool. And we'll take a quick look at the little computer screen now that that stands out of the way. Pretty basic, but pretty cool. And again, sticker already comes pre-applied. You just snap this piece into the base. You snap this stand into this base, and then this just plugs in here. So I kind of like all of these little base pieces because it kind of, they're all like made to match Castle Grayskull, so you can kind of build a little bit of a surrounding area and kind of make like a full diorama with Castle Grayskull, which I think is pretty cool. So It's a neat little stand. This pegs on right there very simply. There's just a spot right here, and you can just pop it right on, and it just pops on very easily, no problem whatsoever. And then we'll just pop it off again so we can take a closer look at the Wind Raider itself. So taking a closer look at the Wind Raider itself, they did a phenomenal job with this. Very, very cool. Has nice clear wheels here on the bottom, so it rolls very well. The little fin piece here can go a little bit side to side. There's not a ton of motion there, but after you snap the wings in, you can move those around. So pretty much 360 degree, you can move those around. Really nice stickers, again, all pre-applied. And then you have some nice paint applications as well on the side. A lot of molded in detail. Really very nice. And how I remember the original one as a kid, this didn't have a firing mechanism. You just kind of, used the winch to spin it around and bring it in, and then you just pegged it onto the front. How this one works, you can see there's a little button right here. So if I go ahead and press this, it actually fires it out, which is pretty cool. And no matter how much you have it wound in, it'll still fire, and then it'll pull it along like the winch isn't like stuck in, if that makes sense. Like it'll of course wind it back up, and then you just go ahead and peg this back in, and you hear it click into place. But I was worried that when you go to fire it, because the winch was still wound up, it would only kind of go like this far. But it allows it to, take as much as it needs to fire out. So I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. And you can pull it a little bit more, but you can also just wind it back up then, and then go ahead and pop this back in, and then just kind of straighten that up. So it works really well. I like the firing mechanism. I think the anchor looks good. All of the orange pieces look great. The green is a really nice color. A lot of molded in detail, a lot of pre-applied stickers, which all look really great. You can see all of the stickers here for the control panel. You have two little handles here that the character can hold on to, and there's a ton of room inside here. So let's go ahead, let's grab He-Man, and let's get him inside. The one thing about these figures, I feel like they don't really have the ability to have the legs come forward all that much, but hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, he fits in there quite well. Looks really, really good. I like it a lot. I'll go ahead and take one of the weapons out of his hands to see if we can grab onto one of these control sticks here. Just have to bend the elbow a little bit, and it shouldn't have too much of an issue. Let's see if we can get... There we go. Yeah, he grabs onto it pretty well. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. He looks great riding it. Fits really well. Proportions seem natural. Yeah, very, very cool. I really like this a lot. I think they did a great job. Very, very happy with this. I think this one's a ton of fun. Mattel has really been doing a great job with the vehicles for this line, and this one's no exception. Looks very much like the original, very nostalgic in that sense, but definitely has some updated improvements. I really like the spring-loaded mechanism for the anchor. I think it works really well. It allows the winch to release the rope as it fires so it doesn't get stuck and just kind of fall down, which I appreciate. The Wind Raider itself just looks phenomenal. A lot of molded in detail, a lot of great pre-applied stickers, and if you guys know me, I hate doing stickers, so I love the fact that they come pre-applied. It's a big deal for me. But everything just looks really good. I love the stand. I think that works really well. It has the aesthetic to kind of blend into the rocks of Castle Grayskull, so you can kind of build out from that play set to kind of make like a little diorama. We've seen other releases. The Sky Sled has a similar stand, and the special Battle Damaged and Vac Metal Battle Damage He-Man is coming with a little piece like that. And then they also had a PowerCon exclusive that was like additional dungeon aesthetic. So it's neat that they're just having all this buildable things that we can add to Castle Grayskull to kind of build it out and make it a little bit larger. I just think that's really fun. It's a great idea. As you buy more things, you can kind of make an even larger playset and build out the world. It's just a really fun idea. And like I said, I think this is really great. You have a little computer screen down here. You can take the stand piece out so you can connect it directly to Castle Grayskull where the turret goes, if you'd like to do that. Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about this one. I think it's really fun. I think it works really well. Looks great. Love the firing mechanism. He-Man fits in there perfectly. Looks natural. Very nicely scaled. Yeah, this one's great. I definitely recommend checking out if you can track it down. Like I said, I would definitely check Walmart.com. Should probably eventually show up at Target as well. Or you could check online retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. They'd probably be getting it in pretty soon as well. So definitely recommend this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.